Welcome back to the Tomarosa. It is finally time to get started on building that barn we've told you all about. Here is the front elevation of our barn. It is 48 feet wide and 60 feet long. The center section is 24 feet wide and each wing is 12 feet wide. It will have a metal roof and the siding will be wood boards for the majority of it, and then the dairy side will have metal siding. Here is a rough drawing to show you how everything's going to be laid out. The center section will be hay storage and animal housing. That's where we'll have that awesome hay trolley that Stacy's been working on. In the top left corner we have a harness tack room. In the top right area we have configurable box stalls. In the lean-to, which is across the bottom in this drawing, we have the dairy area, which will encompass the milking parlor, milk house, and processing room. Getting to the stage of building this barn has been quite an accomplishment for us. We first started our farm with our machine shed shop, which was a pole barn, and then we did build our house. And now building the barn before Stacy gets out of the Coast Guard is like a culmination and so satisfying. We are very excited. So let's get started. Today's an exciting day on the Tomarosa. We are laying out our barn roughly. Stacy's already kind of prepared the site.
We need to at least stake out the four corners, and we'll do some elevations just to see what the height differences are. And then once the site has been scraped, we'll go back and put in our batter boards and prepare to build. I'm setting up my transit right now. We put in the first stake, which is our first corner, and all this does is it's basically a telescope that you level and you can rotate it, and it has a bearing marks around this ring, and so you can set up your first wall and then rotate it 90 degrees, and that way you can ensure that you have a square structure.
We have marked out the four corners roughly, just so that when they're doing the dirt work, they know where the edges are. Stacy's marking that corner, and there is that corner. Now we have our main points laid out. We are shooting some elevations just to see how much the overall change is. Once we had our rough layout, it was time for dirt work. We contracted with a friend who actually put in our septic system to scrape off all the organic matter and get everything ready for building. He also dug all of our trenches, and you really want somebody who knows what they're doing when they're, working between the power and a historic rose bush. He did a great job for us, and now we have all our trenches laid out for water and power to the barn.
Today we are putting our water pipe through our underground conduit. We use this 4-inch corrugated solid drain pipe as a conduit underground, and then we run our water pipe through it. This is 1-inch PEX. So I got my tractor rigged up here. This is what I'm going to spool the pipe off of. I put this extra piece of corrugated pipe on the forks, and then some cardboard back here just so there's no sharp edges that the pipe will be rubbing against. And I'll take it to the end and I'll just start feeding it through.
To help it slide through a little easier, I put a little ball on the end of the pipe.
So the gray conduit right here, that is for electrical, and then the black pipes are all water. And we actually had the electrical inspector out a day or two ago to inspect the trench. So we're all good on that front, so we can backfill at our leisure. But yeah, otherwise we're getting going here.
We tried putting in the pipe from one end, but it got stuck, so Stacy had to pull the whole thing out, and then we went from the other side, and we were finally successful. Success! The little ball didn't work, so we just put a plastic milk bottle on the end, and that worked.
I have crimp rings, and so I'm going ahead and attaching this. I usually crimp it a couple times from different directions. Go, no go. Everything's working there. This is our pump house. It's too small. Someday we'll build a bigger one. We got a pressure tank, and then out that way is the well, and then this is the main cutoff valve. This goes to the house. This is going to go to the barn. We planned for the barn when we built this, so we already had this conduit in place, and then that's just a freeze-proof bib on the outside wall of the pump house.
This is my new lazy river feature through the farm. No, not really. That'd be really cool though. The first pipe was 1-inch pipe to the main barn. Now we have 3-inch quarter pipe that is going to be connecting to our frost-free hydrants.
I'm almost done playing in the dirt. We got the water lines run. They're PEX inside of conduit, and we got the ends covered with black plastic bags because UV light from the sun can damage PEX, so we don't want to do that. The conduit for electrical is put in and inspected and good to go. So the pipes have all been bedded, so we just got to finish backfill now. And then I'll be done in the dirt. And then we raise a barn. So stay tuned and follow along with us as we build our small dairy barn, and we'll see you next time on the Tomarosa.